In this video, we are going to cover why some freelance writers are making over $1,000 per day writing things like blogs and ebooks for their clients. Many people don't understand that a client will pay an arm and a leg if they can claim ownership over the writing, otherwise known as ghostwriting. So an official definition for ghostwriting is when one person, group, or company claims ownership over a piece of writing that was created by another person. Ghostwriting actually happens all around you. You probably don't realize it. It is the TV shows and movie scripts that you consume every night, the books that you buy in Barnes and Noble. Ghostwriting can also occur in a collaborative arrangement, but for the purposes of this video, I'm going to be talking about the individual ghostwriter, like myself, who is out there cleaning up right now on sites like Fiverr or Upwork or through their personal website. It's time for the history portion of this video. Ghostwriting has been around for thousands of years. This is actually not a new concept, and the most famous evidence of ghostwriting is nonetheless the Bible.
That's at 1 minute and 1 second. That's just a time check for the video.
Many parts of the Bible were written in a collaborative arrangement, as well as by people hundreds of years later from when the event occurred. Funny enough, for thousands of years, history, stories were passed down from generation to generation in a form of actually ghostwriting. And it wasn't until the Age of Enlightenment when people started wanting individual credit for their ideas and their inventions, which brings us to today. Thank you, Age of Enlightenment. So today, people hire ghostwriters for a number of reasons. Number one being to save themselves time. They also hire ghostwriters if they themselves are not good at reading, writing, or researching. Ghostwriters can also be a nice source of additional research on a topic, and they can even give feedback and provide a third-party perspective on something if the other person might have been too close to the topic. In reality, most people are too lazy to write today, which is awesome for people like me and like you who want to make money copywriting. Ghostwriters can therefore charge 3 to 4 times more per piece of writing than if they were just doing regular freelance writing, and I know this from personal experience. For example, for my ghostwriting ebook gig, I charge $1,250 for a 10,000 word ebook, which is generally 2 to 3 times more than people who want their own credit on that ebook after they write it for a client on a site like Fiverr. Many times ghostwriters might request a commission structure as well, where they're paid 50% upfront, let's say $500 for the same ebook, and they want 50% of the royalties that come from their work for a 1 to 2 year period. For more famous or prolific pieces of writing, this is a common payout structure, since the ghostwriter will actually end up making more than if they had just requested one lump sum. As a freelance writer, I tend to do orders that are 10,000 words or less, so I am perfectly happy with that lump sum, and then I can go on my merry way. So another example is whereas a person might charge $50 for a 500 word blog, and if they wanted the credit as the writer of the blog, $50 would be normal. But if they had ghostwritten that same blog, it's very normal to see someone charging $200, even $300 for the same piece of writing. Back in 2018, that was actually when I started to offer my first ghostwriting gig on Fiverr for ebook writing. Before then, I did not have any ghostwriting gigs, and it was a major part in my income jumping from $63,000 in 2017 to $273 in 2018. So a lot of people will say to me, well, Alex, doesn't it bother you that you don't have authorship, that your name isn't on that piece of writing you did? Doesn't it make you sad? To that I say, absolutely not, because if my name was accredited to every single piece of writing I have done for clients on Fiverr in the last 7 years, there would be over 6,000 articles on Google that would come up if you search my name. Also, many times I have actually done writing for clients on topics that I don't personally agree with. So I especially don't want that writing to be attributed to my name, because I don't want people to think it's something that I actually believed in the first place. For me, it's business as usual, and I explain to people you do have to remove your ego if you want to get online and start making money, especially if you want to be a service provider. You have to put your ego, take it out, put it on the table nearby, and understand that this is just a business. It's a lean, mean money machine. People are paying you for a means to an end, and you have to separate your personal pride and identity from the work you are providing to the client. So for those who want to make over $1,000 per day as a ghostwriter, here's the quickest way to go about it. If you charge $100 to $200 per 500 word piece of writing you do for a client, many writers can do that in only 30 to 45 minutes. You do the math, in 5 to 6 hours per day, you could be making over $1,000. This is what I did for years before building out my own freelancing team, which I've covered in other videos and I will link to below for you guys to check out. If you want to go through the commission route, you could be charging $50 for that same piece of writing with the 50% royalty payout thereafter for a 1 to 2 year period. That is up to you. And you can also do what I'm doing right now, where you hire other freelancers to help with your workload. Right now, I take home about 30 to 35% of every cent spent on my writing business. The rest of that money is paid out to my freelance writers, virtual assistants, and my business partner, Bree, who manages my business for me. Again, I covered this in depth in other videos and resources that are linked below. To put it frank, you guys, ghostwriters are cleaning up right now as more businesses than ever before come online. They need people to write content for their website, for their blogs, for their ebooks. Many regular people who don't even own a business are hiring ghostwriters to write ebooks for them so they can list it on Amazon and make passive income. I also predict with a recession on the horizon, more businesses than ever before are going to go online just like they did during the pandemic, which means if anything, a recession is going to only fuel demand in ghostwriting and freelance writing in general. What do you guys think? Do you think the recession is going to increase demand in freelance writing? Let me know your thoughts below. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you want to see more from my channel. I have plenty of financial freedom, freelance writing, and passive income ideas coming your way. And if you guys like my new setup behind me, I have been feverishly decorating my house with antiques because I myself feel like I am 800 years old. So I can't say that with a straight face. So if you guys like the background, also please let me know below. I would be happy to do some antique hauls and home tours as well once I am all done decorating it. With that, I believe in you guys. Go out there, go crush it, go start ghostwriting. Don't be scared of it. Let me know if you have any questions below and I will be happy to answer them.